Hi guys, it's Will here from WR Photography. I'm going to share my top 5 tips for choosing your wedding photographer. Tip number 1 is to meet a handful of wedding photographers in person. See more of their work, chat to them over a coffee, see which ones really click with you and who's going to make you feel comfortable on your wedding day. For me, I think it's really important that you also see a full set of wedding photos whilst you're chatting to them and share how you want your wedding day to be so they get an idea of your plans and your hopes and dreams for your wedding. Tip number 2 is to work out which wedding photography style you both love. Photography styles range from more classical all the way to documentary or reportage, so it's worth looking across the whole spectrum and imagining your wedding photos in those styles. You want to find out which style works for you guys and which style you can imagine looking back at your wedding photos in for years to come. Tip number 3 is to ask a photographer to show you a full set of wedding photos from a wedding day. This will allow you to see if their style and quality is consistent throughout. It'll also allow you to see what your wedding photos might look like when you get them back. So I really urge you, ask to see a full set of wedding photos. You want to make sure they're not just showing you the best of the best, but their images are consistent and they're really what you are looking for from your wedding photos. Tip number 4 is to really find a photographer who puts you guys at ease and is going to fit in at your wedding. So when you meet with them in person over a coffee, have a good chat. Don't just talk business. Find out a little bit about them, share a bit about you two as well, and work out if you're going to vibe and connect with them. You don't want someone who's going to stand up from you and your guests at your wedding day. You want someone who's going to blend in, put you guys at ease, and also put your guests at ease as well. So I really urge you to spend some time chatting to them, getting to know them a little bit, and finding out if they're going to be a good fit for your wedding day and you guys. Tip number 5 is to get in there early. Us photographers get booked 2, sometimes 3 years in advance. So when you found a photographer you really love, get the ball rolling and get things booked. You don't want to find the perfect photographer and then realise they were booked months ago, so you can't have them. So that's my top 5 tips, guys. I hope you found them useful. For more wedding planning advice and tips, do go to my blog on my website. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to send them across. I'd love to hear from you. But I hope your wedding planning goes really well and that you have the best day on your wedding day. Thanks.